Hi everyone, I'm just going to give a couple of minutes just for some people to join, to give you a bit of opportunity to join. So just while we're waiting for people to join, what we're going to be doing on this webinar is I'm just going to give you an overview of the new foreverliving.com. So I'm going to go through some different areas. So the new join flow, the new shop, the new FBO portal, things like how you do discount links and how you send people to your personal retail store. So I'm going to kind of go over those briefly at the start of the webinar. But then the main thing is for you to ask as many questions as you want. So I'm going to do it as a bit of a Q&A. So it's going to be a kind of relaxed kind of training here today. So if you could just type any questions that you have into the Q&A box, so not the chat one, but the Q&A box down the bottom, then I'll try and answer as many of those as possible. And any that we don't manage to get a whole answer here, then we'll get back to you afterwards via email. So yeah, that's what this is going to involve. Just give one more minute. Just so everyone knows as well, it's going to be recorded, this webinar, so you can always refer back to it later. Okay, so we have right, we've got enough people on. Let's get going. So the first thing to say is I've just said that this is going to be recorded, so you can refer back to it at any point. I'll just show you where it's going to be as well, just so that you know. So when you log on to Forever Knowledge, so foreverknowledge.info, under the tools and training section here, we've got a tab down the bottom that says foreverliving.com training. That will take you out to a new page here. And on this page, I've done a load of little videos. So introducing you to the FBO portal, there's a link of how to get to the portal here. There's a video here, it's like a little 16-minute video that goes through everything on the dashboard. So it'll show you around there and what it involves and how it all works. I've also got another one if you're having any issues logging in. I've already seen a question about having issues logging in. I'll run through that in a second, but this video will run through everything as well. So if you need to come back to it there. The new shop, again, there's a link to the new shop here, and also there's a video which runs through how to add things to your basket, how to add things to favorites, and everything to do with the flows of buying and everything. There's also instructions on how to use the personal retail links and discounting on here as well, so these two sections there. And there's a video down here as well that walks through all of the steps of the retail links and the discounting and how to use those. The new online join as well, so there's a video here which runs through all of the different flows, so how you'd sign up as a Forever business owner or how you'd sign someone up as a preferred customer, so we'll walk through all of those steps. There's also auto ship as well, which I'll talk about today, and there's a video on that as well, so how to set up the auto ship. And then there's also another webinar down here at the bottom, which I've done before, which runs through the whole site in more details as well. So on this page at the end of this webinar, it'll probably be next week by the time it's gone through all compliance checks and things, we'll have this webinar down the bottom as well. So just be assured that if there's anything that you don't pick up at the time, or you need more questions for, or you feel like you missed, all of the information is on this page as well. So remember to go back to that, and just to remind you again, it's on Forever Knowledge, tools and trainings, foreverliving.com down here. Okay. Just going to have a look at some of the questions quickly, just see if there's any things. Okay, I'm going to go through all of these questions as we go through. So the first thing which I'm going to talk about is the new FBO dashboard, because this is one of the areas which is massively changed. So to get there, you'd press login at the top right-hand corner here of foreverliving.com. And I'll bring up this page. At the top here, it's the login FBO login ID. If you hover over it, it'll tell you exactly what that means. So it's the FBO ID, your username, or your email. So you type that in. So if I'm just using my test account, it would be this one here. If you are having any problems, I've just noticed a couple of questions about problems logging in, you'll press need logging in here, need help logging in here. And then you type in your ID, which again is either your username or your email address. I'm not a robot, and press submit. And what that will do is it will send you instructions on how to reset the password. So if you have any issues logging in, just reset your password here, and it will send you instructions via email on how to do that. So if we go back to login, there's one question on here about it not saving your password. As you can see here, it's saving these passwords, but it's got nothing to do with Titan, with the new foreverliving.com. It's in Chrome or your browser that would save that. So log in. And this is what you'd see. Questions on here about it sometimes being slow. There's a couple of reasons why it might be slow at the moment. As you can see, I logged in quite quickly. It could be the internet connection at the time. I mean, with a lot of people working from home at the moment, bandwidth is going down across the country. So it could be your internet connection that's making it run slower. Another option for it as well is it could be the amount of people on the site at one time. So if you are logging on when all other business owners are logging on as well, it will slow down the site. And if you're going at different times, it will go quicker. So you will see fluctuations in how quick the site runs. It's kind of normal across all websites. But there are a lot of enhancements going on to make it as quick as possible. We've got a new fix which is coming in this week, which is basically going to double the speed of it loading. And there's also a lot of work going on behind the scenes as well in terms of developing all of these different areas on the website, which also slows down the speed a little bit as well. So it depends if we're working on something at the time as to how quickly it goes. But yeah, you will see fluctuations, but it will be going quicker. So on here, you've got the bar at the top. If you see this black bar, so this is your quick links going on to things like reports. So if you click on the reports, this will bring up your reporting page where you can get access to things like your global orders, your volume, people that you've personally sponsored, your customers, and you can run reports on all of those things through there. These are kind of like the basic reportings that would help you boost your business. We've got a training section on here as well. So if you click on training, this goes through to Forever Knowledge. We are building a training section on the new.com at the moment, but it's not quite ready yet. So at the moment, we've spent a lot of time categorizing everything on Forever Knowledge, so it will link straight through to there. Just bear in mind, you will have to log into Forever Knowledge. It's not a single sign-on at the moment. So yeah, you've got all of like business training, product trainings, event information. Again, here's that box on how to use foreverliving.com. So if you click on like business training, for example, you've got all the podcasts, webinars, downloads, training videos, everything is all available on there. You've got the tools as well. Again, this goes out to Forever Knowledge again. And you've got your guides, recruitment tools, image library, anything that you may want to use in terms of tools that we offer is all available here. We are constantly evolving this area as well. So please, if you have any ideas of what you would like to see in this area that you can't find, or anything that doesn't quite make sense, then just email the marketing email address, and we'll do our best to make this as user-friendly as possible. That's the whole aim for it, to make it as simple as possible for you. There's also FLP 360, which we won't go into now because it's a different platform, but it will basically give you more of these reports in FLP 360, and it will also give you a few tools like social media publishing. We have got webinars on FLP 360 as a separate platform. Then we have recognition. Again, this goes out to Forever Knowledge, but we are building a new recognition area at the moment on .com. And under here, you can see all of the recognition areas. So if you want Forever to Drive, for example, you click on there and you'd see what it actually involved, and then who's qualified this month. So that all of that information is on there. Elsewhere on the dashboard, we have got here we go. So this would be our campaign for the month. So at the moment, we're focusing on bees. We're focusing on our bee products and seasonal health. So this will give you information about that. If you click more, it'll go onto a landing page. You can see your name and your level at the top right hand corner here, and how long you've been in the business for, and your ID number, which is up there. So your little calling card. You've got an overview of how your business is going down here. Mine's on 0 because this is a test account, but this will have live data in there. You've got Link Builder under Quick Links here, and I'll go into Link Builder because I'm seeing a couple of questions about the Link Builder, so I'll go into that in more detail in a second. You've also got Global Pay if anyone uses Global Pay. Again, that's external. If you're doing an application form upload, that will be here. The tools again goes through to that same tool section. FLP 360 to FLP 360, and then you've got the FAQs as well, which is just a few FBO FAQs. If you click on this, I'll just show you quickly. So this is like, how can I place orders? What date do I get paid my bonus? How do I register a board? What is adjustment day? All of those kind of questions, which are in the Q&A here. So Link Builder. So I'm seeing a couple of questions on Link Builder. Let me just find the specific question. So when I create a link through Link Builder, my phone number doesn't show on the landing page, even though I tick the box and that my email and phone number show. I'll go through that again. If that is an issue that keeps happening, then email in Business Owner Support or get on the phone to Business Owner Support, because it might be an issue with your account. But I'll show you how it does work in a minute. And how do I use the discounting links is another one. I'll go through that one in a second. And how can I change the price levels of discount links? That's fine, I can go through that. Telephone numbers, show on the shot, I'll show you that as well. And I want to send some info to my customer, but it was giving my prices, not retail, to do so. Should I not be logged in? That's the first question, Lynn, that I would answer actually before we go into it. Is when you're testing these links, if you're logged in, it will reflect your price, not the price that you want to give. So if you're going to be testing the links that you're sending out, and I'll go through that again in a minute, then make sure you're logged out of your account, because it will give you the highest possible discount. So if you're sending out a discount for 5%, but you get 30% discount, it's going to give you 30%, because we don't want you to have 5%. So make sure you're logged out if you're testing that on retail customers. So Link Builder, you click here on the dashboard and you press Create New Link. So if you notice at the bottom, there's a couple of questions on here. What information should be displayed on your retail site? So either email or phone number. If you tick these boxes, so email, that will just show your email when someone goes on the link, and this phone will show your phone number. So make sure those are both clicked if you want them on, and if they're not, then, and if you don't want them on, then don't have them clicked. So create a new link. So you'll choose English. This page is basically for other countries that have secondary languages. We just have English, so you just click English here, press continue, and then this way you have a choice of discounts and not discounts. So I'm going to start with not offering a discount link. So if you click on that and press continue, you can select the link type. So here there's 4 different options. So you've got your retail store homepage. So that will basically send them to your retail store homepage. It'll send them to the best sellers category, and it'll have all your details on there as well. So anything they purchase while they're on there will be credited to you. The Join Now page will send them to the welcome page, which if I just show you quickly. So if you go on join and then get started here, so that will take you through to this page here, which is join our family. So when they click on that link, it will take them through here. So you set your link type. So category page, you can specify a category that you want to send them to, like a bee or a drinks and gels. And product page, you can send them through to a specific product. So let's go for product page, shall we, on this example. Press continue, select the category that it's in. So let's say immune health, and we want Forever Daily here. So the top one is the category and the bottom one is the product, okay? Press select, you can name this, and this name is basically what appears here on the left-hand side under link name when you've saved it. So you can call that whatever you want. So let's just call that daily for now, just so you remember next time. And this will bring up this link here, okay? So you then copy that link and you'd send it to one of your customers. Okay, so if you want to test that, make sure you do it in a private window. And you'll click on it there, okay? And this is what they'll see when they've been sent it. Okay, so we see on the right-hand side here, it will say, one sec. So your name and your ID there. So this is just happening because it's a test account, but it'll have your name and your ID up there. If you were logged in, actually this is a test account, so it's only going to have 5% anyway. But it will show your prices anyway. So if you see this black bar, it means that you're logged in, and it will basically mean that you'll get the prices. So see here how it's discounted it, but it will be discounted based on your price, not their price, if you're logged in. If you're not logged in, then it will display the other price. So hopefully that makes sense. So going back, so that was an example of one which didn't have a discount on it anyway. If you wanted to add a discount link, I'll go back. If you click on create new link here, and then click on English. Yes, I want to offer a discount. Select the discount you want to give. So let's say we want to give 10%. Let's go down the middle. So you can either do 5%, 10%, or 15%. How many times you'd like to use it. So this can either be once or twice. So what this means is if you put 1 in the box here, when someone uses that link, it will no longer work. It will just send them back to your home page again. So they'll be able to go to your retail store, but they won't get the discount. If you put 2 in there, it means that 2 people will be able to use it. So the discount can be used twice. And then it will go back to your home page again. But the maximum at the moment is 2. A couple of questions as to why it's 2. So the reason why it's 2 is because we want to give a level playing field for all FBOs. We don't want someone to basically put a 15% discount in, put it into Google Ads, and then basically make it so that all FBOs can't compete for sales, because it's basically pushing down all of the price by 15%. We don't want that. The purpose of this is to be able to give a personalized discount to your customers, which is why it's 1, 1, or 2. So you press 1 here, select the link type again. Here you can either go to category page or product page. So we'll go category page, and we'll send them to new products. Press select, and then continue. And then here we will copy that link, or just copy link, and then that will then send that to FBO. So let me just, so I'm just going to check through these questions again. Okay, so one question we're getting is around the links. So if you send a discount link to a specific product, so if you send it to the gel, for example, they will get 15% or 10% or 5% off that product, but they'll also get 15% off all of the other products in the shop as well. So you're not just limiting them to that one product, okay? So hopefully that answers that question. Question that we've got going on. So if you look here, just bring up this screen here. So I've just typed in that, I've just copied that link and pasted it into the browser here. And you see on the right hand side there, it's got thank you for shopping with the Forever Business Owner below. And it's got my name, it's got my ID number, it's got my email address and my phone number, and enjoy 10% off. So they know that they'll be shopping with you when it goes through to this page. Okay, and then so if I add if I had the hand cleanser here, for example, and then I also add something else. So if I go back to the shop and have the hydrating serum, add that to the bag here. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So the discount here will be applied on everything. You're just sending them to the page, but they can have the discount on everything. So it will be 10% or 5% or 50%, whatever you set it as, throughout the whole site. So hopefully that works. But yeah, that box does disappear. There's another question about that, is how that box has disappeared. If you see this little person icon down the bottom up there, you can click on it and it will bring up the details again, up your details. Because it's quite a big box, I didn't want it to cover the screen every time they're trying to go through different pages. So every like 10-15 seconds or so, or when they enter a new page, it pops up and then pops back down again. So it is still there. And when you go through, so if we just go to the checkout, for example, and then let's make an account. It will appear in here as well. So I'll go through those in more detail in a bit. What else have we got going on here? Can you do more than one product in a link? So not specifically, because a link will go to a specific page. So you could set up a category, or you could set up a product page. But as I was just saying, the discount is offered across anything that they buy within that session. So it's not just limited to that product. So in a sense, yes, you can set up a link for more than one product. You can also have like 50 different links down here as well. So you can have one for daily, one for serum, one for skincare, as I've done here, and send those out independently as well. So you can have individual ones on there. Is it possible to offer discount using Forever Reach too? So it doesn't do it specifically with Forever Reach, but you can just add in the link into it. So any email software that you use, any social media, you just copy that link. And so here's new product, for example. You click on this here, and then just copy that link, put that into any email that you want, and it will work that way. You can also share. So if you click here, you can share to Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest as well. By using that one, you can delete the links at any point there, and you can edit the links there. Any more questions on the link builder before I move on to a different area? When a link to a product is used twice, does it just disappear? So it doesn't just disappear off here. It will always be on here, because you can always edit it and start again. So you'd have to delete it off here. But what would happen if it's used twice and someone clicks on that link, it will then go through to the home page. So they're not going to get a broken link. So if that answers the question. What else have we got going on here? So there's a couple of questions about visually impaired customers. So one thing is, we are working on the subtitles for the video. So that's answered your, Christine, question. We're not quite there yet at the moment, because the technology for us on this side, but it is something that we are very strongly looking into at the moment, and we hope to do it very, very soon. In terms of the actual shop page, so we did spend a lot of time looking at the accessibility side of the website, and we've put a lot of effort into the alt tags and things. So if you're using screen readers, for example, we've put, whenever you hover over something like new products or daily, it will read it out for you. There are a couple of little bits that we're still trying to work out, because it's only been live for a month, and it's a big thing. But if anyone does have any suggestions of things that don't work as well with screen readers, then again, please get in contact with us so that we can look into those more specifically, so we can make sure that it does work, because we want to make sure that it works for everyone. So yeah, just come up with those. But we are working very hard to make sure it is fully accessible. On that point, I know that doesn't help the deaf, which is why we are working on all of the videos to have subtitles on there. So things like, if you look in the product pages, for example, So if we look at the Arctic Sea, we have videos on here. At the moment, they don't have subtitles, but that's what we're working on at the moment in order to put subtitles on there. So it is something that is very much front of mind. So we are working on that. Okay, so moving on, back onto the dashboard quickly. So that's discounting. Okay, we've got a new events calendar on here. So on here, you'll be able to see what the featured event coming up is. So in this case, it's the recognition party on the 20th of October. So hopefully everyone's signed up for that. It's going to be a great one. We also have events down the bottom here. So these are the upcoming ones. So for example, this is the one which we're doing now. We've got an online business presentation on Wednesday, tomorrow. So you can click through here. So register now, and it'll take you through to the register page. If you click on view all events up here at the top, then it will give you a calendar for the month where you can click on the online business presentation on the 26th. Here's the register button. And this goes through on the right hand side here into all the different months. There's also top right hand corner here, there's a list view. So you can view it as a list here. But this is where all the events are at the moment. So that makes it a lot easier to put it all in one place. On the right hand side here is the incentives. So this gives you a bit of an overview onto all the incentives. There's a little video for each of them. So let's say 4cc incentive. You click on the video here and it will, and that one doesn't work. I need to look into that one. Which should bring up the videos. It's not at the moment, so I'll have to look into that. Or if you click learn more, it will take you through to the page which tells you about it, and then it's got the videos down here as well if that doesn't work for any reason. We've got latest news. If you click on that, again, that will take you through to the latest news section on there for Forever Knowledge. Business tools, the same as one I went through earlier. Recognition is what I went through earlier. My account I'll go through in a second. It's also got your recent orders here and your auto ships, which I'll go through in a second. So on your account, if you click here, it will go through to the same place as if you click on the top right here and my account. And up here, you've got your order history, which I've got one test order that I put through. So that's that one there, but that will bring them all up there. You can download them as a PDF or Excel file at the top here, and you can filter by days here. So previous 60 days I've got there, but you can change it to any dates along there. Auto ship wise, you can set up a new auto ship. So I'm just going to go through auto ship quickly. Auto ship is basically our new automated ordering system, which means that you can create an auto ship to say, I want to place an order for X products on X date every month, and it will automatically do it for you. It takes the hassle out of ordering the same products. So press create new auto ship here. You'd add products either by their item code. So like 715 is aloe vera gel. You can quick search by typing aloe peaches. So there, click on that, search by category. So I want drinks and gels and RG, for example. So that will bring up everything here. Then you've set your delivery address. So if you click on select delivery address, you can either use the saved address, and I'll go into that in a second, or you can just press the plus button here to add a new one and then type in your details there. So let's use the search function. Let's just go for Longbridge Manor. There we go. Type in your name, or if you're sending this to a customer, type in their name. There we go. Type phone number, make sure the address is correct. If it's not, then click here and it will open up these fields. And then you press verify address. And there you go, there's your delivery address in there. Press continue. And then you'd have select payment details in here. You'd either have a save card or you'll press plus here to add in your card details. I don't have a dummy account, so I can't do that. But if you type in your card number and then press make payment there, then it will save onto that bit. Once you've done that, you would then check the subtotal here. the delivery cost and the total order here and how many cc's. And up here you say next delivery auto ship date. So let's say you want the order to be placed on the 6th of each month, or the 20th of each month, or the 17th of each month. You put the next one, which is 17th of November here, and then that will automatically place this order that you've put at the top here on the 17th of November, 17th of December, 17th of January, February, etc. And then you press save changes on that one. If you wanted to come in and edit at any time, you'd have your auto ship profiles and just press edit, or you press cancel here and that would automatically cancel it. There's a question here about reminders. There is an email that goes out to you every month. I think it's 5 days before the auto ship gets processed, just saying, just to let you know, the auto ship is going to be processed in 5 days. If you'd like to edit it at any time, or if you'd like to cancel it, then click here and you can do that. So it does remind you beforehand that you can do that. Are there any other questions on auto ship before I move on to a different area? No? Okay, cool. So save payments tab on here. Again, you just press add card, and then you'd go through that and add your card and your name, and then you'd press make payment there, and then that would basically save the card. So you can come back to it later. Saved address is exactly the same. So here's my address there, but I can add a new address here and press verify address, and that's exactly the same. It will appear here. So that just makes the shopping experience quicker as well. So when you're going through the shop flows, you can just automatically have your card or your address already saved, so you don't have to type it in every time. Security settings is where you can change your password. Action Center is not being used at the moment, but this will be where we can send communications to you as well about the business. Communication preferences here. So when you signed up, you would have ticked or unticked a box that said that you want to hear from your sponsor. If you decide that you no longer want your sponsor to have your information, you'd untick this box here and press save. Or if you hadn't wanted them to have your information, then you'd tick here and then press save. I think it's always good to have a sponsor know your contact details, because that's the whole point of our business, isn't it, to guide you through. But if you wanted to change those, that would be there. And if you're a preferred customer, this will give you the option to sign up as a business owner here. So here you see, so learn more, or you could continue shopping in order to become an FBO. And then you got my account here, which has got your personal details, your registered address, your global businesses, so where you're registered into, and then your sponsored information down the bottom. If you want to change any of these, you can press the pencil and you can change your email address here. The other ones you can't, just have to ring up business owners support, but this gives you a snapshot of whether it's all correct. And that is the dashboard. Any questions? Let me have a look. Can we set up auto ship for customers? Yes, you can set up auto ship for customers. At the moment, you can only have one auto ship profile running at a time. We are looking into whether we can extend that to being any more. But at the moment, you can only set up one. So what we'd encourage you to do is get your customers to set up the auto ship using your sponsor ID. Discount on auto ship for yourself. Yes, it's something that we're looking into in order to be able to give discounts on auto ship. It's not something that you can currently do at the moment, but it is something we're looking into. Can regular customers use auto ship, or just for FBOs? It's available to everyone, so you don't have to be an FBO. I'll show you how the auto ship would work for someone else soon, but yes, it's for everyone. Where contact head office or contact us? I don't completely understand that question, I'm afraid. Can you send links via WhatsApp? Just going back to that WhatsApp question, that links question. Yes, you can send them via WhatsApp. You just copy the link and then you would you'd send it via WhatsApp. Anything else we've got? And then some of them are on the shops. There's a few questions coming in on the shop. So let me go through the shop now. So shop is here, top left-hand side, and then we've got all the categories down here, and then you've got the products within it. So let's say we want to have a look at bee products, because that's what we're all loving at the moment, isn't it? Bee products. So click on that. Just to be clear as well, with the auto ship for customers, you have to be a registered retail customer to do that. So you can't do it as a guest checkout. It has to be, you have to have an account. But I'll show you how to do that in a sec. In fact, let's log out and I'll show you that first. Trying to correct phone number on my account, but says email address in use. I would recommend giving business owner support a ring over that one, Claire, to see what's happening on that side. Right, so shop, let's go back to bee products. So this is the new category page. So if you can see here, we've got all of the bee products on there. You can add them to the bag straight away by clicking that, and a little cart will appear on the right hand side, or you can click on the image here and it will bring up the page about it. So you've got the short descriptions, you've got adding to your favorites, you've got sharing the products. So there's a question here about how do you share the products. Here you go, press the share button there, and then you can share that through social media, or you can get a link to it. We've got videos on most of these pages, not all of them, but most of the pages. Descriptions, so that's all about the bee products and the usage, so how to use it, and the key ingredients within it, and the ingredients list, and the certifications down the bottom as well. There's also customer reviews. So if you want to write a review, you have to be logged in. So we see here, write review, please log in to write a review. This can be an FBO, it could be a registered retail customer, but you have to have an account in order to do it. It could be a preferred customer. So press login here. I'm going to log in as my one. I'll take you back to the page, hopefully. Okay, so see how that bar's appeared now. And there you go, scroll down the bottom. So you'd write your review here, and then so title and description, press post review, and make sure you've given it a star rating. When you do that, it doesn't go up automatically. It'll go through to the mediation in the back. So one of our compliance team will check that it is compliant before they allow it to go onto the website. So we can't have uncompliant stuff going on just like any other company. But it is completely reflective of the actual product. So we don't screen them anyway. The only way that we'd get rid of a product review is if it wasn't compliant. So that's how that would work. And as we're logged in, I'll show you this as well. So if you press on this heart button there, you can add that to your favorites. So if you see top here, let's move that box out of the way, your favorites, click on there, and this is your favorites area that you can come back to at any time and just add them to the bag quickly. This can also be accessed from your dashboard. So if you go back to the dashboard and back in my account, see here, it always appears there, so you can always go back to your favorites. So if you have certain favorites that you want to order every month, then you'd save them there. So see here, it's got the bee pollen that I just added on. So going back to the shop, I'm going to log out. Okay, so shop, freedom, let's get freedom this time. Add freedom to the bag, continue, bring up this shopping bag here, change the quantities that you want. Let's say I want 7 freedoms, check out here. Then you can either log in with your details here. If you're already logged in, then you won't need to do that. But that's if you're not logged in. If you want to continue as a guest, you click on continue as guest. And here you put in your personal information, your delivery address here, and then agrees to the terms and conditions and the privacy policy. And you'd press next, and that would just take you through to the payment stage, and that would be done. At that point, you just get an email which said, here's your order, and you're all done. If you were referred by an FBO, there's a little button here. You click on that. they'd type in your email address or your ID and press search, and that would make sure that the sale got credited to you. If you were getting them to set up an account, they click on set up an account. And here the difference is they'd have their personal information they'd fill in here, their personal address that they'd want on the account. And up here it also includes a password to log in. Were you introduced to Forever by a Forever business owner? I was, and I know their information. So you click on that and they'd type in your email address or your ID or your name and then search for it there. Or I wasn't, which hopefully they wouldn't use because you'd be the ones guiding them through this process. And they type in the postcode to find someone that was near them. Communication preferences, again, this is what I was talking about earlier, where if you press yes, then your details as the sponsor, their details will be passed on to the sponsor, which is you. So you'll be able to get in contact with them, and then they'd agree to the terms and conditions of the privacy policy, press submit, and then they'll go through to the payment screen where they'd be able to purchase. Any other questions about the shop side of it? How do you send a product video to a customer? The best way to do that would be to do it via Forever Knowledge. I think the best thing to do with that, Lorraine, is if you just email in the marketing inbox, we'll send you a step-by-step guide as how to do that, because that's on Forever Knowledge. So I'll just get our Forever Knowledge expert to be able to do that for you. So if you just email in, we'll reply back with exactly how to do that. Can we still pick up the phone and speak to a person? What person, David, are we talking to? Who do you want to talk to? If you just come back to me, then I'll be able to point you in the right direction. Right, the join flow is the next one I want to show you. So in order to guide someone through the join flow as either a preferred customer or a Forever business owner, if you click on join and get started here, and this gives you the option of either signing up as a Forever business owner or a preferred customer. So these are very similar, but I'll show you the business owner first. So join as an FBO, click on that. You then add the start your journey pack to your bag, because that's the way that we sign up here in the UK. So click that. You'd agree to become a Forever business owner, agree to the privacy policy, agree to the company policy, and then check that this is right. I mean, there's only going to be one option on here. So that would be start a journey pack, press continue. They type in their personal information here, their personal address. Were you introduced to Forever by a Forever business owner? So that was yes, if you're guiding them through. And again, you can get them to type in your ID, your first name, last name, and the communication preferences. So whether they want to be contacted by their sponsor or not, and the bonus information, which is where their bonuses get paid into, would be here. So press submit there. And then you go through to the payment stage and pay, and that would be it. What would happen then is you'd get an email which would give you your FBO ID number. When you're logging in, you type in that FBO ID number into the login. So let me just show you that. So log in here. So you type in your FBO ID number. The password used to be sent, they're not anymore. And that's because you set up your password as part of the join flow. And I'll show you again that part of it when we go to the Forever preferred customer. But that's the password that you set up when you signed up. So that will be the one that you have. Again, any issues, press need help logging in here and type in your ID and it will send it off. So now we go back. Preferred customer. So if you join as a preferred customer, make sure you're in the UK. Yes. If you're in a different country, then you press not in the United Kingdom. But yeah, United Kingdom, yes. Here they have a choice of buying anything that they want out of the shop in order to become a preferred customer, as long as it's over £70. So add some honey, add some ultra. Let's go into the bee products here and add some propolis cream. Add some jelly. So check out here, agree to the privacy policy and the company policy. So we notice this is only £42. So I'll show you what happens if they do it under the limit. You press continue and there'll be a little red thing that says needs to be in order, minimum £75. So then you go back and you'd add another jelly or another cream, or you could press keep shopping and go back to the previous page and press continue. So then you create your account exactly the same way. And as I was saying, the password is here. So this is where you'd set up the password for your account. Your phone number, your personal address, who were you introduced Forever by, and then your communication preferences down the bottom there as well. Submit, and then in exactly the same way as the Forever business owner, you get an email that says welcome to the Forever family. Here's your ID. You set up your password during the sign-up process, so that's the password you'd need, and that's as simple as it is now to sign up as a Forever preferred customer or a business owner. Right, let's have a look back through these questions again. Okay, which email address should we send the request to for instructions? So the marketing email address is marketing-uk@flp.ltd. So we see that there at the top. So marketing.uk@flp.ltd. That's who you'd send it to for instructions on that. So hopefully that will answer your question. I'll leave that at the top so that you've got it. Will the order line still be operational? All this is very confident. I hope the order line will still be working. So, yeah, the order line is absolutely still working. You can always talk to order line and do it through there if you want. We've tried to make this shopping experience as simple as possible. So you literally click on shop, find the products that you want. So drinks and gels, super greens, add to bag, continue. I want 3 of them, check out. And then if you've got your ID, you just press login, or you could already be logged in. And it will bring up this page here where deliver my order. This is where I want it to be delivered to. Next, and then that will bring up the payment page, and that's it, done. So it's a lot simpler than it used to be. But obviously order line is still there, so you can still ring up order line at any time. That's not a problem at all. So another question for customers, why is the minimum £75? So that's just for FPCs, Forever Preferred Customers, as a sign up. So in order to become a Forever Preferred Customer, you'd have to spend £75 to get that discount. For a normal customer, there's no minimum order. They could literally buy whatever they want. They could buy one aloe lips if they wanted to. I mean, the delivery would be quite high and it wouldn't be worth it, but theoretically they could just buy whatever they want. So there is no limit for retail customers, but they don't get the discount. So hopefully that answers your question about the minimums. Where is the contact for on the tab? Contact, so on about, hopefully this answers the question, there's a contact on the right hand side here. So this has got FBO support's number down the bottom there. You also remember on Forever Knowledge. So Forever Knowledge, if you log into your account here, you've got about, and then you've got contact us here. So if you click on there, you can, these are all of the contact details here. So let's go for head office UK on this side here. You've got the email for the accounts department, you've got the email and the phone number for order line, you've got business owner support, you've got compliance email address, you've got delivery help desk, you've got web support here. So all of the contact details are on here, like in more detail, or on .com. It would be the number for business owner support up the top here. So that's that. Contact for help, etc. on newflp.com. Again, the best place is either to go onto that training area, so tools and trainings on Forever Knowledge, and then foreverliving.com training, and this is where all of the little videos about each of the different sections are. So the shop, the discount links, the online join, the auto ship, and full webinar as well. So it goes into all the details about that. So there, or you can obviously ask business owner support, and they'll walk you through anything on the phone. So again, just give them a ring. The answer for preferred customers need to spend a minimum each time. No, it's just the first time they order. So after they've spent the £75 and signed up, then they don't have to spend £75 each time. No. What discount do you get as a preferred customer? It's a 5% discount for a preferred customer, with the additional, because it used to be 15%. So that additional 10% goes up line to the sponsor. So if you sponsor someone in as a preferred customer, you'll get the extra revenue from that. Why would the customer have to be asked whether they were sent by an FBO when it's me, the FBO, that sent them the link to join or buy? So if they just stumble across, or if you're just taking them through the website, then it gives them the option, because the website doesn't know that they've been allocated by you. But if you've sent them a link, so that was the point of the discount links, or not the discount links, sorry, the retail shop links. So when you're setting up a link through the link builder, and you create new link, and you go to no, I don't want to offer a discount, the join now page. So when you send them that link, it will automatically put your ID into the join flow. So they won't have the option to select someone else. So if you've sent them that link, they click on that link and then they sign up, then that's all done for you. It's if they haven't been referred by anyone that they would then have the opportunity to link to an FBO. So hopefully that answers your question. What other questions have we got? Can the international directory be loaded in? As soon as I've got into the new system, Benelux popped up with all the details, it had all the information. So if we go back here, I'll go back to the home page and just log out. So on the about, so it's got the contact details here, yeah. If you go to Benelux, for example, well, let's just go for what country's on here that I know of. Ireland. So we click on Ireland and click on about. It's got the Irish details here. Okay. If you go on to North America and you go on to United States, when you click on about, it comes up with the about details for there. Yeah, if you go Belgium, for example, onto the English one, then under about, it will have the details for the Belgium office. So that's where that all is. Under about as well, you've got about forever. And this gives you a map of all the countries here. So if we wanted Forever Living Products France, for example, hover over that and you can see it's got the contact number there. Or if we go down Australia, then it's got the Australian details down the bottom there, or New Zealand, it's got the New Zealand details there. Or so this is basically, I think, what you're asking, isn't it? So Spain, it's got the Spanish details there. So this is the directory on here. So just to remind you, this is under About and About Forever. But if you go on to About on any of these pages here, so select them from the map. So Asia, South Korea. Then you go on About and it'll give you the details there. Let's just go back to the UK. Having a look down here. Could we have a scan or code with our ID embedded into it, the join me part? So you can set up QR codes. We've got a training on how to do that, but you can do custom QR codes. It's not something that we offer. I don't know what this is going to find. I'm just going to type this in, but like even like QR code generator, the top one, just clicking on here, you can put in your website details there and it will create a code that you could use and then download that as a JPEG. So so if you, let's pretend that this is the personalized retail link that you've got, you could just download that as a JPEG there, sign up. Well, I think you have to sign up on this one, but they'd just be able to scan that. So it's not something that we offer, but it's like really freely available to do that. Can we ask questions later? Because there is something I want to test after the webinar and make sure it works. Yeah, the best thing to do with that is to ring up business owner support because they're always on the phone and they're able to answer any questions that you have. I'm also going to do another Q&A as well on Thursday, which is going to be in the regional pages on Facebook. So if you sign up, if you're not already signed up, sign up to the regional pages. If you have any difficulty signing up to the regional pages on Facebook, then ask business owner support. But on Thursday, I'm going to do another Q&A in there. So ask as many questions as you like, but just know that business owner support are always available to answer any questions that you might have. So just give them a ring and they can walk you through any aspect of the site. So they will be the best people to go to. Any other questions for the last couple of minutes that anyone's got? Just have a flick through, see if I've missed any. Sorry, there are loads of questions. So if I haven't answered any of these questions, just ask business owners support or ask them again on Thursday. I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, wait. Are there any other language videos on the website, e.g. for VPs or trainings? They will all be on Forever Knowledge, but they are in English at the moment. If there are any specific languages that you're looking for, either get in contact to us to see whether it is something that we could do, or all of the other country officers do translate everything. So you just need to get in contact with any of those country officers. Okay, so I think that's all the questions that we've had. Thanks everyone for joining this webinar. As I said, there's going to be another one on Thursday, so feel free to join that one as well and ask any more questions. Remember, business owner support are always there to answer any questions to guide you through. Remember, we also have this page which has got details about everything on the website that you can go back and watch it at your own leisure. If there's anything that you're not comfortable with or not sure about, then go back through there. Remember, the order line is still available as well and always will be, so you can always ring up people and ask them for orders. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining, and hope it all goes well.